Let's look at the position of hydrogen in the periodic table. Hydrogen is placed in group 1. You will see that hydrogen is placed in group 1 of the periodic table. But the position of hydrogen in the periodic table is contradictory. This is because hydrogen shows properties which are similar to the alkali metals, that is the group 1 elements, and it shows properties similar to the halogens, that is group 7 elements. Let's see how is hydrogen similar to the alkali metals and the halogens. Like all alkali metals, hydrogen has one electron in the valence shell. Since hydrogen has only one electron which is present in the valence shell, so like all alkali metals, hydrogen has one valence electron. Another similarity is that since it has only one valence electron, it can lose this one electron to stabilize itself. Like all alkali metals, they stabilize themselves by losing the one valence electron. When they lose one valence electron, they satisfy the octet rule. So like all the alkali metals, hydrogen can lose one valence electron to stabilize itself. Another chemical property of the alkali metals is that they react with oxygen to form the corresponding metal oxides. Sodium forms sodium oxide, lithium forms lithium oxide, and so on. So like all the alkali metals, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form hydrogen oxide, which we call water. So like all the alkali metals, hydrogen also reacts with oxygen to form the corresponding oxide. This is the reason why we place it in group 1, since it shows similarity to group 1 metals. But at the same time, hydrogen also shows properties similar to the group 7 elements, that is halogens. Let's see how is hydrogen similar to halogens. All the halogens are one short of electron in the valence shell, that of the nearest noble gas. So fluorine has an electronic configuration 2,7. The nearest noble gas is neon, which has 2,8 electronic configuration. So the outermost shell has one electron less than the nearest noble gas. Similarly, chlorine has one electron less in the valence shell, like the nearest noble gas. Similarly, hydrogen has one valence electron. The nearest noble gas to hydrogen is helium, which has two valence electrons. So like all the halogens, hydrogen has one electron less than the nearest noble gas. So this is how it is similar to halogens. Another similarity, like all halogens gain electrons to complete the octet. Similarly, hydrogen has one electron. It gains one electron to complete the duplet structure. So like all halogens gain electrons, similarly hydrogen gains one electron to stabilize itself, that is to complete the duplet structure. Halogens, fluorine, chlorine, they exist in the gaseous state. Similarly, we know that hydrogen, it exists in the gaseous state. So like halogens, hydrogen is also a gas. The atomicity of all the halogens is 2. That is, in one molecule, there are 2 atoms of fluorine. In one molecule, there are 2 atoms of chlorine. And similarly for bromine, iodine, and so on. So the atomicity of halogens is 2. We know that hydrogen also exists in the form of H2. So in one molecule of hydrogen, there are 2 atoms of hydrogen. So the atomicity of hydrogen is 2, like all the halogens. What is the atomicity of hydrogen? In one molecule of hydrogen, we know there are 2 hydrogen atoms. So the atomicity of hydrogen is 2. So these are the similarities of hydrogen with halogens. So because of this, hydrogen showing similar properties to alkali metals and properties similar to halogens. The position of hydrogen in the periodic table is till date contradictory. For convenience, we place it in group 1, that is in the alkali metal series, but the position of hydrogen in the periodic table is till date not resolved.